आज हिमालय की चोटी से खुलकर ये ऐलान करो, जागो ऐ जग वालों, भारत में आया भगवान कहो।
आज हिमालय की चोटी से खुलकर ये ऐलान करो, जागो ऐ जग वालों, भारत में आया भगवान कहो।
भाग्य बनाने की घड़ियां हैं, भाग्य बनाने की घड़ियां कहीं बीत न जाए सोने में। भूमंडल सारा बदल रहा, अब देर न सतयुग होने में। शिव पिता का झंडा फहर रहा है। तकदीर जगा ली, कितने जगा नहीं पाए हैं। मत पूछो कि शिव बाबा से क्या क्या हमने पाए हैं।
कितनों ने तकदीर जगा ली, कितने जगाने आए हैं। मत पूछो कि शिव बाबा से क्या क्या हमने पाए हैं।
मुस्कान का वो वरदान लुटाता, मुस्कान का वो वरदान लुटाता, आप लगे ओ रोने में। भूमंडल सारा बदल रहा, अब देर न सतयुग होने में। शिव पिता का झंडा फहर रहा है, शिव पिता का झंडा फहर रहा, संसार के कोने कोने में। भूमंडल सारा बदल रहा, अब देर न सतयुग होने में। शिव पिता का झंडा फहर रहा है, शिव पिता का झंडा फहर रहा है।
शिव पिता का झंडा फहर रहा है, शिव पिता का झंडा फहर रहा है।
Om Shanti, good morning, all the angels. Today we have a special Baba's Avik Murli to revise. This is the Murli of Shivratri, Shiv Jayanti Murli of 1995. This is where Baba celebrates the Diamond Jubilee of the Yajna, close to 60 years. Baba talks about how to become a diamond and how to have imperishable zeal and enthusiasm. And this is the Murli where all the double foreigners from different parts of the world, they were all together in front of Baba in Om Shanti Bhavan, 1995. So let us experience, we are in front of Baba and listening to Baba's versions. The theme of the Murli is to celebrate with festivity, means to maintain imperishable zeal and enthusiasm. To celebrate with festivity means to maintain imperishable zeal and enthusiasm. So one is a perishable zeal and enthusiasm, and Baba takes us to imperishable zeal and enthusiasm, umang or utsaha. So perishable is dependent on the time, situation, circumstance, maybe a festival, but then imperishable. When I, the soul, I awaken to the reality that I have now found Baba. Baba is taking me back home. This is the time to celebrate meeting with Baba. Today, Trimurti Father Shiva, Tridev Rachta, that is the creator of the three deities, has come to celebrate the diamond jubilee and the diamond birthday with his spiritual diamonds. So we souls are spiritual diamonds. This unique birthday is called the diamond birthday because the Father incarnates to make the souls who are like shells become worth diamonds. These souls were like shells, and Baba is making us into diamonds. Throughout the Kalpa, this is the only wonderful birthday, which is the most unique and most lovely in the whole world. Whenever you celebrate any birthday, it is of the souls, of bodily beings. But this birthday of Shiva is not of any bodily being. It is the birthday of the incorporeal point. When you say Shiv Jayanti, what do you remember? What comes in front of you? Does any bodily being come in front of you? The form of the point of light appears, does it not? Throughout the entire Kalpa, you never celebrate the birthday of the bodiless Supreme Soul. This is the only birthday of Trimurti Father Shiva, that is, of the bodiless being. And this is the one Shiv Jayanti, where it is the birthday of the children and the Father at the same time. Let us come to this realization that this is the only time in the cycle that we get to celebrate birthday of our beloved Baba. There's no other time that we get to celebrate birthday. In a family, we all get together to celebrate birthdays. And this is the time to celebrate God's birthday. So how much zeal, enthusiasm is in our hearts. Baba says today, have you come to celebrate just the birthday of the Father? Or have you also come to celebrate the birthday of the Brahman souls? Birthday. Birth. It's like the spiritual birth. God comes into the old world to awaken, to give birth to the true spiritual consciousness. And so it's Baba's birthday and our birthday also, because we have also awakened. Baba says, you tell everyone that Shiv Jayanti means the Trimurti Jayanti and the Brahman Jayanti. So to have a birthday of so many souls together with the Father is most unique. Let us all feel that. Yeah, we are celebrating birthday, all our birthdays and Baba's birthday together. In the Lokik world, the birthday of the child and the father would not be the same. The date may be the same, but there would be a difference in the year. So you have reached here from so far away in order to celebrate such a lovely and unique birthday. Why have you come from the corners of the world? Why have you come here? To celebrate your own birthday or the birthday of the Father, or of both? So would you give congratulations to the Father, or would the Father congratulate you? You give congratulations to the Father, and the Father says to you, multi-million times congratulations. Each Brahmin soul is even more valuable than a diamond. All of us, Baba's special Brahmin souls are even more valuable than a diamond. Those physical diamonds are nothing in front of you. Because there is value for diamonds in this world, you are said to be as valuable as diamonds. But what are diamonds compared to how valuable you are? Are they worth anything? Nothing at all. Those diamonds will be embedded in the walls of your palaces. Each Brahmin soul is more valuable than the diamonds. In all four directions, Bap Dada is seeing the children who are even more valuable than diamonds. It is not just the Madhuban gathering in front of Bap Dada, but the gathering of the Brahmin souls in all four directions. So even right now, Baba is in our midst, and Baba is seeing us as diamonds, sparkling stars. Baba says, call it songs or words of greetings filled with love from the heart. Baba is listening to these very closely. The sound of the heart reaches the comforter of hearts in advance. So Bap Dada was seeing that the practical proof of the service of the children is reaching the sweet home of the Father in Madhuban from all four directions. Shiv Jayanti is known as a festival, and only you Brahmins celebrate this festival accurately. Because festivity means that everyone stays in zeal and enthusiasm. Therefore, all those who are sitting here, whether you are sitting at the front, sitting at the back, or in a corner, you're not in a corner, you're in Baba's heart. So I, the soul, am sitting in Baba's heart right now. And Baba sees me as even more valuable than diamonds. How much zeal and enthusiasm do each one of you have in your heart? You have this, do you not? Is it eternal or only for today? Is it eternal or will it decrease slightly tomorrow? Or will it decrease by the time you reach your own country? Will it decrease? So what will happen? Will it increase? This is why Bap Dada called this elevated confluence age the age of festivity. Each day for you is filled with enthusiasm. This is why each day is a festival. Each day is a festival. The other day we were discussing, meeting. Whenever we say meeting, Baba, we say we celebrate a meeting with Baba. Milan mana rahe hai. In Lokik also we have everyday meeting. Those are more like appointments. But here we celebrate. I, the soul, I found Baba. I belong to Baba. Baba belongs to me. So this is why each day is a festival. Is it like this, or is it that sometimes it is only a festival when there is a festival? For instance, just as today is Shivratri, is it like this? There is the praise, and you also have this topic, unity in diversity. Anekta mein ekta. Therefore, in a practical way, there are all the different lands, all the different languages, all the different forms and colors. But even amidst the diversity, what exists in each one's heart? There is unity, is there not? Because the Father is one. Whether you have come from America or from Africa, what is in your heart? Dil mein kaun hai? the one Father. Let us just experience in our heart, there is just the one Baba. You are those who follow the Srimad of the One. So Bab Dada likes the fact that whilst all of you have different languages, the song or language of the mind is the same. Whichever language you speak, you all have a black crown. You haven't received a golden crown, but you have a black crown. There were headphones on each one's head. When there's translation going on, it looks like a crown. These will now change and become golden. The language of everyone's mind is the same and of just one expression. What is this one expression? My Baba. Mera Baba. My Baba. And one Murli Baba was saying, easy way to become Sahaj Yogi and to remember Baba is to add the word my before Baba. My Baba, Mera Baba. Because whatever is mine, I automatically remember that. So one expression, my Baba, this is only one word. So there is unity in diversity. So to maintain your enthusiasm means to be an elevated soul who constantly celebrates with festivity. Your enthusiasm should never decrease. We were told earlier also that the breath of Brahmin life is zeal and enthusiasm. If you stopped breathing, would you have life? You would be finished in 1 second, would you not? So in Brahmin life too, if there isn't the breath of zeal and enthusiasm, then there is no Brahmin life. Zeal and enthusiasm, umang utsaha, is the breath, the shwas of Brahmin life. Even when you say it, your language sometimes changes. Those who have zeal and enthusiasm would constantly say with spiritual intoxication that Brahmins are for zeal and enthusiasm. When someone's zeal and enthusiasm have decreased, his words change. What would he then say? Baba is saying then how to maintain constant this consciousness of celebrating this meeting, festival with Baba, to have constant zeal and enthusiasm. But when it decreases, what are the words? It's true, it should be like this, it will happen. Aise hona chahiye, aise hoga. So there is so much difference in this language and that language. In the other language of words, they will definitely be the words it should be. They should be Brahmins, but. So when you use these words, it should be. Aise hona chahiye, aise. When the pressure of your zeal and enthusiasm has reduced, what words emerge? Words of weakness emerge. Therefore, your zeal and enthusiasm should never decrease. Why does your zeal and enthusiasm decrease? Baba is explaining the reason why sometimes the zeal and enthusiasm may decrease. The first word that comes up in any circumstance is not wah wah, but why. Bab Dada says that you have to say wah wah, and others say why. If the word why comes up, the pressure of zeal and enthusiasm decreases. So wah. When I, the soul, am detached from this drama, and I'm watching every scene of the drama as a game for entertainment, I'm with Baba, in Baba's company, then everything is wow, wow. I'm enjoying. But when I get lost in the detail, when drama becomes big for me, then it's like, why this, why that? Then the zeal and enthusiasm decreases. Baba says, if the word why comes up, the pressure of zeal and enthusiasm decreases. So the more I, the soul, stay beyond, just watching this game, the more I experience entertainment and wow. Last year also, Bapdada specially told double foreigners to change the word why in the Brahmin dictionary. When the word why comes up, remember the word fly. And the word why will then finish. Last year we had this discussion from why to fly. From why to fly. So in the consciousness, there is no, because all the answers we have received from Baba, I just look at the perfection in every scene, in every soul. So I just fly, means I just go beyond, above and beyond. I fly. So Baba says when the word why comes up, remember the word fly, and the word why will then finish. When any insignificant circumstances seem to be very big, the word why comes up. Why is this like this? Why is that like that? And when you begin to fly, what happens to the circumstance? It becomes a small toy. It's like not making unimportant things important. We generally tend to make insignificant circumstances significant by thinking or putting our energy, attention to them. So we had this whole practice go on. We say 3 words. It's like keep drama small. We are souls, actors in this drama. I keep it small. I don't make it big inside, so I can enjoy. So it looks like a toy. Right? So Baba says, whenever the word why comes up in your mind, say to yourself, this word why does not exist in the Brahmin dictionary. Instead, it's the word fly. Are you able to do this, or are you only able to listen to this? So let's just take a moment, pause for a moment, and just right now, just become detached and experience all the why turning into fly. This flight from fight mode to flight mode in Baba's company. Baba says, from the copper age, you've been saying why. Why makes you high. Just cry out in distress. Bapdada is amused because on the one hand you say, no one's fortune is as elevated as mine. 1 minute you will say this, and as soon as your enthusiasm decreases, you say, I don't know, my fortune is like this. I only have this much in my fortune. मेरे भाग्य में तो इतना ही है. And so this is crying out in distress, is it not? So when any scene of high comes in front of you, say instead, Vah. And the scene will change and you will also change. Double foreigners give a course. What course do you give nowadays? positive thinking. These days, everywhere this course happens. Baba says to all of you in the foreign lands, especially give this course. Do you give it to yourself or to others? At any time when such circumstances arise, make yourself a student. Be your own teacher and give this course to yourself. Are you able to give this course to yourself, or are you able to give it, only able to give it to others? This is the catch, Baba says. And on the field of service, am I focused on learning, or am I just focused on earning? I'm focused on learning. I am actually giving the course to myself, and I am then growing. It is easy to give it to others when it becomes your natural stage to see, to listen to, and to think of any person or any matter with a positive attitude. What will your stage be like? Nowadays, through science, they have such facilities through which they are able to give rough things a very beautiful appearance. Have you seen this? They change one thing into something completely different. So can your attitude not bring about such transformation? Something may come up in a negative form, but with a positive attitude, you change the negative into positive. When you come into fluctuation, the reason is because of listening to, thinking of, speaking of, or doing something negative. Do not think, speak, listen to, or do anything negative. And they say, wherever the attention goes, that energy grows. Right? So if I think, speak, listen, or do anything waste, negative or waste, then that is what is growing within me. So transforming the negative into positive. Can the power of silence not change something negative into positive? Your mind and intellect should become such that they do not touch anything negative. So I don't touch anything negative. There should be transformation in a second. Can you experience such a fast speed? In science, they say the fastest speed is of the light. So here also, when I turn on the light, when I switch on, it takes even a fraction of a second. So when I just turn on the light within, means I awaken myself as a soul. I, the soul, Baba's child, eternal companion of Baba, I just become aware of myself. Then there is transformation, instant transformation. Baba says the mind and the intellect should become such fast weapons. So we operate with the speed of light. Can they become this, or will it take time? Or when something negative comes up, will you say, let me think about it a little, let me see what it is? When transformation takes place quickly, it is known as the pleasure and enjoyment of Brahman life. If you want to live with enjoyment. To live a life with a lot of thinking is not living. Dadi Janki always used to say, do not think. Means I do not create a lot of thoughts about anything. But I just let go and let Baba in. I go with the flow of Baba's energy. You tell other people what Rajyoga is, that it is the art of living. Do you tell this to everyone? So who are all of you? You are Rajyogis, are you not? You are the ones with this life, are you not? Or are you the ones who simply tell others about it? Since Raj Yoga is the art of living, what is the art of the Raj Yogis? It is this, is it not? Therefore, to celebrate a festival means to stay in pleasure. The mind is in pleasure, the body is in pleasure, the relationships and contacts are in pleasure. So Baba in essence is describing how to maintain this constant zeal and enthusiasm, to convert why into fly, to transform negative into positive in a second, by turning the switch within on. Many children say, I am okay by myself, I'm enjoying myself. But within relationships and contacts, there is enjoyment only sometimes. However, the relationships and contacts are a test paper of your stage. Test paper of your stage. So if a student says, I have passed with honor, but at the time of taking a test paper, he gets less marks, what would you say for such a student? You are not like that, you have passed fully, have you not? You are those who are going to pass fully, are you not? Are you this, or are you going to become this? What are you? The teachers are sitting at the front. What would they say? What would you say? Are you this, or are you going to become this? Pandavas speak. Are you this, or are you going to become this? You are not? Acha. You aren't those who have passed with honor. But have you passed? Have you passed, or do you still have to pass? Or is it that you have passed, but you still have to pass with honor? What would you say? You're thinking about it. Baba is not receiving an enthusiastic answer. Bab Dada has told you that those who constantly remain close pass. To the Father have passed. If you do not stay close, then you have not passed. So where do you constantly stay? You're staying far away, you're not staying close, you're thinking too much, you're not giving the correct response. You're thinking that perhaps you might get caught out. Double foreigners should be double pass. Acha, those sitting at the back, have you passed? You're raising your hands. On whom does Baba's vision fall the most? Those sitting at the back. Look, for those sitting at the front, Baba has to do this, look down. Whereas for those far back, Baba can see straight ahead. Double foreigners have taken a high jump this time. They have taken a high jump and reached Madhuban. This is the time when all the different souls, double foreigners from everywhere reached Madhuban. Acha. Even some of the double foreigners have had a good chance of becoming the Patranis this time, queens of the floor, because there was less space, some were sitting on the floor. Whoever has become a Patrani, raise your hand. Who have become Patranis? Is the pleasure in becoming a Patrani is there? You have such big suitcases that you can actually sleep on them. You bring one big suitcase and one small one, and so the small one can become your pillow and you can save space. It seems good. Bab Dada sees the scenes of how you drag such big suitcases. It is a good scene, is it not? At the confluence age, this effort is only for a short time. And then matter will be your servant, and you'll have other servants too. How Baba thinks, how God thinks, right? Later, there will be no need for you to pick up your luggage. Your kingdom is now being established. At present, you are in an incognito form. You are servers, and then you will be the rulers. Servers have to do all types of service. The servers at the confluence age and rulers in the golden age. Not the opposite. The more service you do now through your body, mind, wealth, and relations, the more servers you will receive. First of all the 5 elements of matter will become your servers. You have the fortune of your kingdom in your awareness, do you not? How many times have you become such great rulers? You have become this countless times, and you will continue to become this. However, the life of being a server now is even more elevated than the life of a ruler. It is elevated, is it not? Because at the present time, the father and the children are together. No matter what type of service it is, you receive the practical, instant fruit of service now. Practical, instant fruit of service now. And the practical, visible fruit is the Father's love, cooperation, and the treasures you receive from the Father. This is the practical, visible fruit. Whenever you do any special service whilst being yukta-yukt, there's so much happiness. What is your face like when a picture is taken of you at that moment? On the one hand, you do service, and on the other hand, the practical, visible fruit is ready for you. To do service with one hand and eat the fruit with the other. Do you have this experience? Instant fruit of service. Or does service take a lot of effort? Is there fluctuation in service or not? There's fluctuation sometimes. This fluctuation makes you strong. It makes you experienced. You come into fluctuation because Baba is going into explaining this very beautiful point. Baba says, because you only see the present time. However, the future that is hidden in the present is not clearly visible. And therefore you come into fluctuation. Any major delicate situation comes, in fact, to teach you a very important lesson for the future. It's not just a situation, but it is your teacher. See it with the vision of what lesson that situation is teaching you. Again, the focus on learning. I'm learning every moment. This is known as changing the negative into positive. When you simply look at the situation, you become afraid. And the situations will always come in new forms of Maya. She will not come in the same form as she has already come before. She will not come in the same form. She comes in a new form. And so you become afraid of that. This is something new. I cannot do this. It should not be like this. Understand that Maya will come as one who adopts many different forms until the end. Rang birangi Maya, right? Roop badalti Maya. Maya knows how to become very easily and quickly one who adopts many different forms. Whatever your stage is, she will create a situation according to that and come to you. If, for instance, you've become a little careless in your life today, Maya would also come into the situation in that careless form. If your mood is a little off today, if it is not like it should be, then Maya would come into the situation with an off mode. So it's linked with our state of mind. Then you think, well, I was thinking about this before too, so what happened? This is why, in order to see and know Maya, become Trikaldarshi and Trinetri. Become Trinetri in being able to see what is in front of you, what is behind you, and what is beside you. So let us just pause here for today and let us just experience being Trikaldarshi and Trinetri. I, the soul, am able to see what is in front, foresight, what is behind, hindsight, and what is beside. together we have celebrated this beautiful meeting with Baba. We have celebrated our birthdays with Baba. Baba has seen us as a spiritual, sparkling diamond, more valuable than a diamond. We have converted all the whys to flies, converted negative to positive. We are servers now and rulers of the future world. We're keeping drama small. Nothing becomes big. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, family. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Angels, Rakhi Ben or others, would you like to take over maybe? Om Shanti.
We can unmute ourselves and share what are we taking on from the Murli or any sharings that we have to do now.
Sarva.
So while we're reflecting and coming back, there's a point that Deepika Ben has mentioned here. She says, Baba today said that to maintain zeal and enthusiasm, always replace the word why with fly.
Very nice. Yeah.
Om Shanti. Murli was experienced today in very soul consciousness field, and intoxication was on the rise. So Baba says, why is all over. It should be always fly. And when you say why, you say vaha. So these two things, but experience in a different perspective, and it went seep through into the blood, it seems, and lot of adrenaline rush and dopamine level was on the rise, because Murli was as if Baba is really making me that beautiful instrument, I becoming angel and becoming towards being wonderful experience. And Baba also said, you are a learner, you are not a earner. That was ultimate. Whenever I sit as instrument to each to give, I'm receiving. Feel that. Let it go inside. Let fly. And last but the least, they say whosoever instrument was today to read Murli, it was beautiful. So my humble suggestion is to Baba says, no, if you do it for 21 days, so it becomes permanent habit. So whosoever read it, it should be either for 21 days at a stretch or for 11 days. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Today I would like to check and change myself from fight mode to flight mode. That is what Baba says. That is why to fly. So I just want to have the experience and see the miracle of saying wah instead of why. Om Shanti.
Very nice.
Om Shanti. Beautiful Murli. Baba has given us the realization that how to be aware of Maya. So any situation, whatever it might be, major or minor delicate situation comes in front of us, it is like a lesson. It teaches us a lesson. The situation itself is a teacher for us. So, in order to see and know Maya, we should become Trikaladarshi. Front, we should see front, behind, and beside all sides so that we can save ourselves from Maya and just say, My Baba. Then everything will set. Om Shanti.
Very nice. Shanti.
Om Shanti. It's a very beautiful Murli Baba has expressed, and the spiritual birthday, that as a diamond, you're sparkling, and it is your birthday where you have actually taken the new birth to be united with the one and only Almighty Lord all the time, is the biggest blessing that Baba has given us. And this Murli is only reminding us. The start of the Murli itself was, it's your birthday, not the Lokik birthday, but your spiritual birthday. And that spiritual birthday has to remain forever. That's the biggest message of today's Murli. Om Shanti.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Om Shanti Saurabhai and everyone.
Om Shanti Bhaiji.
So the last point before you completed the Murli today, when you said become Trinetri in being able to see what is in front of you, what is behind you, and what is beside you. And this stage actually makes one present and aware of guiding and taking the life in the direction that you want to. That is free from the life of questions, Vyarth Sawal, and free from getting kidnapped by Maya, I would say. So that the influence of Maya that Baba has been mentioning here, that now that you will see that the Maya will come in any form, it will come in a disguise. Sometimes it comes directly, sometimes it might just come in a disguise, it might come in a new form which you've never seen before. And if you're not agile, then Maya will take over. But here, when you are stable, when you're there in your soul consciousness, and when you have the name and the experience of the Supreme Father with you, then you will be able to be in the bliss of the present moment and continue growing in the journey of soul consciousness. This is what I got from today's Murli Saurabhai.
Beautiful, Bhaiji. Thank you for sharing.
Just adding on to, hey, go ahead, sister. Just adding on to what Ramesh Bhai just said, Baba mentions in today's Murli that don't become delicate. And while I was reading on this point, what I got was we become delicate when we are hit with feelings. And there are few Murlis where Baba says, "Ke feeling mein mat aao." When you get into feelings is when you fail. And that's my takeaway from today's Murli, that watch myself out, that I am not getting affected by things around. Om Shanti.
Very nice. Thank you.
Saurabhai, there's a question.
Mm.
There's a sister, Shivani Sharma sister is there. So she's written, simply repeating what Baba says is only going to be a reiteration. For it to manifest in life, I need to deeply analyze, understand, and then imbibe or implement before it becomes a true transformation for me.
Yeah.
So, what exactly does it mean by converting Y into fly? And she says, easier said than done. and she's requested you if you could kindly elaborate or break down what it means,
mm,
why to fly, the journey from why to
mm,
fly, or similar
mm,
idioms related to this. And she's asking, how can I use this in different
mm.
situations? Sarabhai, over to you.
Yeah. Oh, nice to hear from you, Shivani Ben. And I do remember meeting you also. So thank you. And yeah, this whole, why to fly. It's like, when for me, what works for me is, the moment I feel I have ownership on something or someone, maybe on the role that I'm playing, if I feel I own it, or if I feel I own another person, or if I feel I own another situation, something. Uh, when an ownership comes, then if something happens, because that ownership creates a subtle expectation there for me. And then as soon as something begins to happen, which is against or which is otherwise, then I begin to have questions. Why does this one say like that? So why why is this happening? So this question, and the moment I find myself get caught up in that expansion, or even at the first instance of any question, why is like a reaction. I have reacted, means whatever situation has happened, and I have created an inner commentary about it. But the moment I realize that I don't have ownership on anything else but just Baba. I'm just a trustee, I'm a guest, I'm a visitor, I'm a guest here. The more I stay and live from that space, automatically it's like, wow, fly is, where I see from above. It's like living, seeing things from inside the house or outside the house. Am I living inside or outside? Am I living inside the story or outside the story? When I live outside the story, then I'm able to be Trikaldarsh, because I know then why is happening, how is happening. When I'm inside the story, then I begin to ask questions. It's just an instant. I shift myself, flying means above, Baba's perspective. I just look from there. And then everything just seems to be perfect, because that's what is in the drama. Then everything starts to make sense. Every part of every soul starts to, I begin to relate to it. It's like I've got into the flight mode. It's just a second, I just come out of the story. This realization, I'm not the owner, I'm a guest here. Just like Baba comes as a guest, I have come as a guest for a short period of time. That is what helps me to come out of the question, the why mode. Any other thoughts, Vimish Bhai or Shivani Ben or anyone else?
Sarabhai, I would like to add something which I
Saror.
read in similar lines yesterday.
Mm.
Um, I will read that entire message, which says in the similar line where Baba says, um, have faith in the drama of life. And the message reads like this: every passing moment is like a passing act in a play. Each of us is the actor playing out parts very well. An actor is never focused on another actor's part, continuously criticizing it. He just gets on with his own part, playing it as best as he can. This drama of life is eternal, predestined, and accurate. Whatever anybody else says and does is their role, not mine. My task is to play my part rightly. Right thoughts restore righteousness to the whole play. Practice detaching yourself from your role and experiencing the truth behind the role, and you will find yourself loving every instance of your role and the drama too. I believe this is also one of the axes to be in a flying stage, because then you're also free of your own body consciousness. So this was something which I read yesterday, which I felt is something which will allow me and give me an access to be in a flying stage.
Very nice, Ben. Thank you.
So, Saurabh, the way I would look over and above what you shared, and this is coming out of my own experience, before I completely surrendered, and let me be honest, it took me a while before I could completely surrender. And I was coming from skepticism, I was coming from trying to analyze what the learnings I was getting. And I was having a lot of questions at that time. But the moment it hit me, the moment I could get connected, after that, these questions have not had that grip on me, I would say. If you've surrendered, then you've completely surrendered. After that, there are no conditions that, okay, I surrender, but why should I do this? Or what is the purpose? No. Surrender means complete surrender. And I would see if someone is uh, leaving himself from from the sky in a parachute, that person completely surrenders. He just gives himself completely. Imagine how it would be if he's stuck down on a hook somewhere. So that is the way I would see it. And this is an experience which cannot be explained in words, Saurabh. I would say. Like when you're reading out the Murli today, or the way whenever we've interacted, the way I see is I can experience that complete feeling of surrendering. Like you're completely out with Baba. I can see that. And that's an experience. So the whole thing boils down is that अगर प्रश्न आया ना तो फिर then you don't have trust yet. And once you have put your trust in complete faith, then there is no place for any question. Om Shanti.
Very nice. And thanks for your kind words. It's all Baba, and thanks to you for your services and your sharings. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Saurabh, can we have a short meditation now, please?
Anji, Zarur. Bilkul.
Please. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us just take a few moments to just feel Baba's presence. Baba is seeing us as diamonds. All of us, Baba's precious children. We souls who have recognized Baba, who have found Baba. We all say, my Baba, from our hearts. We feel that we belong to only one Baba. And in this diversity, Baba has created unity. We are one divine family of Baba. Baba has chosen each one of us for his task, unlimited task of world transformation. Baba sees us as angels always flying with him. We're always in the awakened stage. We're able to see the past, present, future, and perfection of every scene of this beautiful drama of life. We acknowledge, appreciate every soul. We see them with Baba's eyes. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, family. Have a great day with Baba. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Baba.
Sarpai.
Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Om Shanti,
Very
everyone.
much.
Have a wonderful day, divine
Wonderful day.
family. Thank
Om
you.
Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Thank
Om
you,
Shanti.
See you all tomorrow morning at 5:30 with Saurabh Bhai again. Om Shanti.